Are you ready for 13 Days of Craftoween Day 2? I sure am. Let's open this box and take a look at what Day 2 is going to bring us. Oh, I just love these little cards. They're so cute. What do we have? Oh, wow. A raven on a skull. And it says, wishing you a mysterious Halloween night. Perfect sentiment with that. And I love his little eyeglass and his top hat. He is so cool looking. Let's see what he looks like cut out. Okay, let's take a look at our Day 2 die set already cut out. So I'm going to put this here. Here we have our raven's body, then we have his wing and his beak. Now the wing and the beak are together. I cut those out twice so that I could have one in the gray and one in the black for the wing. Then I cut out his hat. I'm going to give you guys the colors that I use because I think they work really, really well. The hat is blue spruce. The beak is anchor. And then I cut out the band of the hat and his bow tie from Peridot. I love the way that blue spruce and peridot play against each other. They look really great. His monocle I cut out of silver foil cardstock from the Treasured Cardstock pack. And then I also used blue spruce to cut out this little string here. So I had to cut this twice. The string that goes on top of the kind of band that holds the monocle. I also cut his feet out of saffron. This is a really nice bright yellow, and I think that that works really well for his feet. So a lot of black in this set. I used fog cardstock, which is a nice light gray, to cut out the skull, and I again used anchor for the backing of the skull. Now what I did here, I did a little bit of ink blending here, and I added some black to the skull. I used Black Widow Stellar ink for that, just so there was some variation behind the eyes. I also need to ink blend a little bit on the skull to give that some dimension, so I'll do that in a little bit. I added some ink blending to either side of the hat, to either side of the band, to the top and bottom of the beak. Didn't add any ink blending on his body because you probably wouldn't see it anyway, but our little raven is ready to get glued together. So let me show you how easy it is to do that. Before I glue the skull, let me just add a little bit of shadowing. You really want to get a light dusting of your black ink here. Just to make it look a little bit dirty, and focus that black around the edges and make it lighter in the center. So that looks a lot better. So there's our cute little bird, and there is the skull. So that is our Day 2 die set put together. Now let's put it on a card, and I have a really cool idea. So for my club subscribers who have been around for a little while, you may have this on hand. It's called Classic Tales. It's from March of 2024. It was the large die of the month. I immediately thought of this die set because of these really large books, because I wanted something stacked underneath my bird. And I also cut out the trees as well. But I also thought that it would be really cool to put this on a shaped card. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that an arch is one of my favorite shapes. But I definitely think we can step this up a little bit. I've already used Anchor cardstock here and Black Widow Stellar ink to go around the outside to give it that eerie effect. I've cut out my books, so take a look at these creepy looking books. I used some treasured cardstock, which is my absolute favorite, in rose gold on the back. And then for the purple book, I used Orchid. I think this is Orchid. No, Violet. Sorry, Violet. For the green book, I used Fern. And I used, what's this one? Oceanside for the blue book with a little bit of peridot in there to match my bird. So I used rose gold for this book and this book to back, and then I used black to back this one. And I think this is going to give me the coolest stack of books to go underneath of my raven there. I also cut the trees in these kind of creepy colors. I ink blended with some dark teal onto the Anchor cardstock here, and I decided that they were going to make the card too busy, so I can definitely save those for another card because I'm sure that I'm going to have another one to put those on. To give my background some interest, I've grabbed a favorite Better Press plate. This is called Falling Stars. It's BP262. It also works with this 3D embossing folder to create a foiled or better pressed embossed background. I'm just going to use the Better Press here, but on my glimmer machine. I'm going to place this pretty side down, put my card with the ink blended side down, so the pretty side of my card down as well. Put my plates on top with the green going first, and then hit the timer button so that that can heat up the plate enough to foil my cardstock. Now that my timer light is no longer flashing, I'm going to remove this from the platform and run it through my Platinum 6 machine. All right, let's take a look at this reveal. That is very cool. Look at that background. Very cool background. I'm going to go ahead and put this onto my card base that I already cut. And for this one, I used my favorite Essentials die. These are the Essentials Arches. Okay, now let's start stacking our elements up on the front here. Okay, these are going all the way down to the bottom edge of the card. Look at all of that color against the card background. That's so cool. So I'm going to add some foam to my skull. So the Day 2 die set shows the Wish You a Mysterious Halloween Night sentiment, but I really like Magic and Mischief Await. That looks really cool, and I have all these like spell books here. And so before I decide to use it, I need to figure out how I'm going to cut it out. Because I have a foiled background, I can't just stamp it on here. So this rectangle from the Precision Layering A2 dies looks like it's going to fit that perfect. So I can cut this out of Anchor cardstock and stamp my sentiment on there. Okay, and I think I like him facing this way, kind of giving you the side eye with the sentiment right here in the middle of that arch. So I'm going to use my black 1mm foam adhesive to adhere this down. This turned out better than I expected. How fun is this card? Remember, if you have the Classic Tales Large Die of the Month from March 2024, to pull it out to use with your 13 Days of Craftoween, perfect way to create a scene for this Day 2 die set. Thanks so much for joining me as I shared the Day 2 die set from the 13 Days of Craftoween Advent Calendar and the card I created with it. Although the kit is sold out at Spellbinders, check your favorite online or local retailer to find out if they have it in stock and find all of the additional products that I used to create this card, including that Classic Tales Large Die of the Month, in the video description below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to turn on notifications so that you won't miss the rest of my Craftoween videos, and leave a comment letting me know what you think about this card. Thanks so much for watching and happy creating.